What's up, travelers? It's Eliz from Means to Travel. Today reporting from my hotel room in beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada. Woo, Vegas, baby! But in all seriousness, my husband and I are here in early January for a conference that happens here every year. It's called the Consumer Electronics Show, or CES, and it is one of the largest tech conferences in the world. That being said, this is not nearly the only conference that Vegas hosts throughout the year. They host conferences almost every week for all types of businesses, and then they also attract tons of families with kids, as well as bachelor, bachelorette parties, and just any type of vacationer who wants to escape from it all. So with all of those people that Vegas is hosting, they actually counted that it's a little over 40 million people per year that come to Vegas. With that being said, I thought it would be really important to go over the 10 things that I have found throughout my trips to Vegas that are so important to bring with you in order to have the best time possible. So let's get into it. Okay guys, the very most important thing to pack when you are packing for your Vegas trip is comfortable walking shoes. But on top of that, I also want to add that it's very important to add in some nice going out shoes as well. So my first thing is just shoes for the right occasions. Like I said, I think it's important to pack both comfortable walking shoes. These are my Nikes that I've been wearing all the time during the day, all over Vegas. And then also some awesome going out shoes. These are my just go with everything heels that I've been wearing for dinners out. My husband's also here, like I had mentioned, and he's actually wearing his comfortable walking shoes right now as he's walking around the conference. But I have his nice black going out shoes here too that he's been wearing during the evenings. So what's really life-saving is to bring shoes with very good soles that you can walk in all day, because yesterday and the day before I got over 20,000 steps in on my step counter. So you do a ton of walking in Vegas. And if you want to bring insoles, go for it. But my number one thing is to make sure that you have going out shoes and comfortable walking shoes. My second important suggestion to bring to Las Vegas is that you want to make sure that you have a medium weight coat. Now, you might look at the high temperatures when you're planning for this trip and think, oh, it's going to be in the 60s while I'm there, or something like that. Fahrenheit, that is. But the important thing to remember is that you're in a desert, and at night in the desert, it gets chilly. So on this trip, I actually brought a nice trench coat that kind of doubles as a raincoat. And has a fleece lining that can zip out and in for different temperatures. That has come in great handy, especially in the evenings when it gets into the 40s and pretty chilly at night because it's so dry here. My husband also really wanted to bring his leather coat, but ended up only bringing a wool coat. And he really regretted it because now he doesn't really have the right level of warmth in the evenings for how the temperatures change. And the third important thing that I want to say is that it's going to be very sunny in Vegas at least one day while you're here, most likely, because again, you're in the desert. So an important thing to not forget, no matter what time of year you come, is a pair of sunglasses. I have one pair in here that I've been using all the time as I walk around and am able to protect my eyes from the sun. The fourth most important thing, in my opinion, is both for women and men, and it's actually to bring a swimsuit, no matter what time of year you go. We're again here in early January, and it's too cold to use the swimming pool that's outdoors, but my husband and I both brought some bathing suits. Here's his swim trunks, and here's my one piece and matching cover-up. And we've already used these once to go into the jacuzzi just to relax. The jacuzzi's indoors, and it was really nice to have that because otherwise we wouldn't have been able to find that type of relaxation. So I definitely recommend, no matter what, bring a bathing suit because you never know, and it doesn't take up that much space. The fifth item that I recommend that you bring is actually a small water bottle that'll fit within your day bag. This particular one keeps water cold for quite a long time, which has been really great for me. But being able to carry around water without having to buy it everywhere you go has saved me a ton of money, and also just been really convenient because especially the conference rooms are so dry here, but just generally the air, even when you're walking around, is very dry and dehydrating. So making sure that you constantly have water in order to keep hydrated is key. The sixth thing that I recommend that you bring is actually a lip repair balm, or just something that can be very hydrating for your lips. So here, my favorite is the Aquaphor Lip Repair and Protectant because it also has SPF in it and can protect my lips during the day as well. It has SPF 30. So what I recommend is, even if it's just bringing Vaseline or something, have a little bit of lip balm, no matter if you're a male or female, to make sure if your lips get dry and cracked, to be able to fix that is so essential. And literally, when you wake up the next morning after you arrive in Vegas, you will thank me. All right, and the seventh tip that I recommend is again for both men and women, and it's to bring both a daytime and nighttime face lotion. No matter who you are, your skin is going to most likely dry out while you're in Vegas. It's very dry air because you're in the middle of a desert, and when you are taking your flight into Vegas, the flight is going to be very drying too. So here I have my husband's creams, just to give an example to make it emphasized that it's for both men and women. And he brought both the Clinique Daytime SPF 15 moisturizer, and then at night he uses the Custom Repair Nighttime Moisturizer. And this has been really great for keeping his skin very evenly balanced. And the eighth thing that I recommend is that you bring a few little snacks. All of the snacks that most hotels provide cost money, and you don't want to be in a bind where you are in between meetings if you're at a conference and just really needing something quick. Or, for example, if you have come back at the end of the night and just need something to eat before bed, you might want to have your own snacks ready so that way you aren't raiding the minibar. So we've actually brought here a few Quest bars and then also some nuts, and I've grabbed a few bananas here and there along the trip in order to have something to eat in our hotel room that won't break the bank. And the ninth thing that I recommend is that you bring your own medicines. There are some drugstores along the strip at many of the hotels, which is super convenient. I've seen Walgreens and I've seen CVS along the way, but I love just having the medicine that I think that I might need in my hotel room because it might take 20 minutes to walk to the nearest drugstore. So here, for example, are the 4 that I think are super important for at least me to bring. The first thing is allergy medicine. These are just Sudafed tablets that are pretty strong, but are really great for me for any decongestion around the dry, dusty air. Then I also have a little pack of Band-Aids that I actually haven't used on this trip, but my husband's used because he's been walking around the conference a lot and have needed them for blisters. The third thing that I recommend bringing is Tylenol or ibuprofen or whatever your favorite painkiller is. You never know when you would need it because you're going to be doing a lot more walking most likely than you're used to, and so you might need a little bit of Tylenol from just needing pain relief for your feet or for your back, but also perhaps if you've had a little bit too much to drink. Just any reason why you might need a painkiller, it's always nice to have your preferred one on hand. Then lastly, I recommend bringing vitamin C. This is an emergency packet, but I also have vitamin C pills too. At least at this conference, there's been a lot of people walking around the hallways kind of coughing, and everybody's touching the same elevator buttons, and there's just a lot of people from all over the world bringing their germs with them because it's cold season. So having vitamin C with you is going to be really great, no matter what time of year it is, that you can protect your immune system. And the 10th thing on the list that I think is incredibly important, and so it's last but not least, is to bring an eye mask. Both my husband and I have eye masks with us, different kinds because we prefer different ones. But even though there's blackout curtains in our hotel room, and I'm sure in many hotel rooms in Vegas, it's just really nice to have an eye mask that even if somebody that you're sharing a room with needs to wake up and have the light on or something like that, you can continue to get your beauty sleep. So those are the 10 items that I think are incredibly important for anybody who comes to Vegas to bring with them, regardless of what reason they're here for. I hope this was very helpful for you all travelers, and I love doing these types of lists and think that they can be really helpful for me too if I'm watching something similar. So if you found this video helpful, please give it a like by giving it a thumbs up below. And also, if you want to catch more videos that I put out about travel, press the red subscribe button below, and that way you'll never miss a video. Thanks everybody. Cheers. Happy travels. Hey travelers, don't forget to subscribe and press that notification bell so you don't miss when I put out new and awesome travel videos.